Welcome back, everyone. Today's flow is going to be perfect for getting you moving in the morning. It will help with all that stiffness that might be lingering from sleeping, and it will definitely wake up your body. So if you are 40 or over, grab your mat and let's go. Okay, we're going to start in a happy place, which is child's pose. Once you come into that, walk your hands a little bit wider than hip width apart. Inhale and lift those ribs up and away from your pelvis. Exhale, drop that belly down and fold that torso forward. Hands are still wider than hip distance. You can use your forearms if it feels too intense to have those hands so far apart. Or if you want to intensify it a little bit more, you can bring those hands together behind your back. You can stay here for as many breaths as you need to feel like you're waking up and getting ready to move. Now we're going to come up to a tabletop position. This is going to start to engage some of those deeper abdominal muscles, and it's also going to wake up our spine because we're going to do a little cat-camel, but it's a little more intense version. So tuck that tailbone under, inhale, lift those ribs up and away, look up towards the ceiling. Now exhale and think about bringing your belly button in towards your spine. Inhale again, this time tucking that chin to your chest and rounding those shoulders forward. That's that cat-camel. Keep repeating that 5 times. And then on the last round, hold that cat pose, take a deep breath in, and then exhale. And as you inhale again, jump up to that tabletop position. Okay, next up, we're going to work on opening up the posture a little bit more. Come on back to that tabletop position, and this time, instead of tucking that tailbone under, we're going to lift it up towards the ceiling. Don't let that lower back sag. Try to keep that spine nice and flat. Drop those belly buttons down, and now you're going to arch that back by pressing the palms into the ground and lifting those chest and those shoulders up. Hold that for 3 breaths, and then release. Okay, last one. Lift up again, press those palms into the ground, this time tuck your chin to your chest. And you're going to look up towards the ceiling and try to make a nice long banana shape with your spine. Hold that for 3 breaths, and then release. I just love these sort of flows because they get us moving and they really do open up the spine. All right, so we're going to work on some balance and stability today. Start by standing up, bring the feet together, arms by your side. Bend that left knee, cross that left foot behind your right foot, put that left hand on your right shoulder, and now raise that right arm overhead. Hold that for 5 breaths, and then switch sides. So now bend that right knee, cross that right foot behind your left hand on your right shoulder, right arm overhead. Make sure you're switching which arm is overhead and which arm is at the shoulder every single time you do this. All right, this is another great one for waking up the spine and also working on our balance and stability. Stand up nice and tall, feet a little wider than hip distance apart. As you inhale, reach those arms overhead, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and then slowly bend down to the right side. As you come down, hinge at that hip. Try not to round forward. Keep that spine nice and straight. Left arm is going to cross across the front of the body. Take 5 breaths here, and then switch sides. So now you're bending to the left. Inhale, reach those arms overhead, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and as you come down, hinge at that hip, trying not to round forward. Right arm is going to come across the front of the body. 5 breaths, and then come on back up to the center and stand up nice and tall. Next up, we're going to work on our stability a little bit more, but also opening up those hips. We're going to come back to that tabletop position. So come on to your hands and knees. Those shoulders stacked over those wrists, tuck that tailbone under. Now, we're going to bring those knees to the outside of the mat, turn those toes to the inside. Turn the right foot towards the heel and the left foot towards the outside edge of the mat. From there, sit your hips back on those heels, making sure that you're keeping the spine flat and not rounding forward. To intensify this pose, you're going to try to get those knees to the outside of those shoulders. Hold this for 5 breaths and then switch sides. So now you're turning the other way. That right foot is going to come towards the heel. Left foot is going to come towards the outside edge of the mat. Sit those hips back on those heels, keeping that spine flat and lengthening out through those sides. If you want to intensify this pose, you're going to try to get those knees to the outside of those shoulders. 5 breaths, and then come on back to the middle, and then slowly come up to that tabletop position. Okay, next up, we're going to work on those joints, specifically the knees and the hips. We're going to work on the right side first. Come on over to your right side. Bring the right leg out into a straight line with the right foot facing up. Now bring the left leg up so that it's bent. That left knee is pointing up towards the ceiling. Use your hands for support. If you need to, walk those hands forward a little bit to get more of a stretch here. And if you want to intensify this pose, you're going to grab onto that right foot and pull it down towards the ground. 3 to 5 breaths, and then switch sides. So now you're bringing that left leg out into a straight line. The left foot is facing up. Support yourself with your hands. Walk those hands forward a little bit if you need to. If you want to intensify this pose, grab onto that left foot and pull it down towards the ground. 3 to 5 breaths. Okay, next up, we're going to come onto our backs and we're going to work on gently strengthening some of those core muscles. I'm going to start on my back because that's what makes the most sense. But if you find that that bothers your knees, you can always do this on your stomach. But start on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Lift those hips up and down, making sure that you're engaging those abdominal muscles. Slow and controlled, not fast. And if you want to intensify this, you can straighten those legs out, still keeping those feet on the floor and then continue to move. That intensity is definitely going to increase when you do that. 5 to 10 breaths. Okay, next up, we're going to work on our breath, which is going to help with all that stress and anxiety. Lay back on the floor, come onto your back. Arms are by your side, palms facing up. Keep track of your breath without controlling it. Just notice how it feels to breathe in and breathe out. Notice where your breath goes, where you feel it expand and where you feel it contract. Don't change anything. Just observe. 5 minutes. This next one is one of my favorites. It's very simple, but it's so effective. Start by sitting up in a comfortable position. Next, bring both hands in front of you at about heart center. What you're going to do is pretend that you have a string attached to the base of your neck, pulling you up towards the ceiling. Also, at the same time, pretend that your hands are magnets and they're pulling you forward. You're going to keep alternating which one you're focusing on. String up towards the ceiling, head elongates, hands come forward. This time your left hand is the magnet, right hand goes up. String up towards the ceiling, head elongates, right hand comes forward, left hand goes up. You're going to keep repeating that for 5 minutes. So we've come to the end of our practice, and if you stuck with me until now, I am so grateful. I hope this practice has helped you feel energized and ready to take on your day. I know that getting older is inevitable, and sometimes we tend to focus on all the things that we lose as we get older. But I try to focus on what we gain as we get older. One of the things we gain as we get older is wisdom. I would love to hear what you have learned as you have gotten older. Please post that in the comments and maybe we can learn from each other. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do a slow motion version of the entire flow, so you should be able to follow along with ease and actually see what's going on. Now pay close attention to all my little tips as well. Hey, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I promise you'll see something that helps you here every single week.